Welcome back, class. Today we are going to discuss the second case, which is related to the Gauss law, where our aim is to find the electric field due to a thin sheet. Right now, so let us discuss the electric field intensity due to an infinitely long thin plane sheet of charge. Right now, so this is the sheet, and which is the positively charged. Our aim is to find what is the electric field at this point or this point. These 2 points are the symmetrical, and our aim is to find what is the electric field at these 2 points. Right now, so what we'll do again, we will do the same procedure as earlier we have done. Again, we will take the Gaussian surface, the closed surface. So this time I'm taking this cylinder again, and which is the Gaussian surface just touches the point, this one, right now. So, and this is some fraction of this charge sheet is enclosed by this Gaussian surface. So again, let us find what is the value of the electric flux. Again, we will apply the Gauss law. Phi is equal to E dot ds is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. So first we have to find out what is the value of closed integration E dot ds. So let us discuss the direction of the area vector for this Gaussian surface. So again, this cylinder has three faces, A and B, those are the flat surfaces, and this C, which is the curved surface. So again, what is the direction of the area vector at surface A? This is the normally outward, which is the ds. At the surface B, normally outward, which is the ds. And for the curved surface, this one is the normally outward, which is the ds. Right now, and again this sheet is positively charged, so again the electric fields are starting from the sheet, and which is the normally and the away from the sheet. That time away from the sheet, like this one and like this one, outward direction. Right now, so this is the direction of the electric field. So let us calculate the value of the closed integration of E dot ds. So again, this E dot ds closed integration we will break in three cases: for surface A, for surface B, and for surface C. Right now, so the for surface A, see the what is the direction, what is the angle between the electric field vector and the area vector. So for the surface A, see the electric field vector and the area vector both are in the same direction. So EDS cos theta will be 0 degree. So you will get EDS cos 0 for the surface A. Similarly, you will get for the B EDS cos 0, because again the angle between the electric field vector and the ds vector is 0 degree. And the third case for the curved surface, which is for the C, EDS cos 90, because you can see here clearly the angle between the electric field vector and the ds vector is 90 degree. So after simplification, you will get EDS cos 0 is 1, and this EDS cos 0 also 1, and this EDS cos 90 is 0. So you will get EDS cos 0 and EDS cos 0. So you will get 2 times. Right now, so 2 times you will get the 2E into integration of ds. Right now, and after simplification you will get the what is ds? ds is the this flat surface area, which is the pi r square. So the value of the closed integration you will get 2E into pi r square. Right? Now this value is closed integration E dot ds is equal to Q upon epsilon naught, which is the Gauss law. So here the value of the Q will put here, because sigma is the surface charge density. The surface charge density is the charge per unit area. Right now, so area, if you see here, that is the pi r square. We are considering the pi r square, A is equal to pi r square. So here the value of the Q you will put sigma into pi r square. Here sigma into pi r square. So put the value in the Gauss law. So here you will get 2E into pi r square sigma pi r square upon epsilon naught. After simplification, you will get E is equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. Right now, and again you know that the electric field is a vector quantity, so you can express it into the vector form. So vector E is equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon naught, and there is a I cap, and here the I cap is what? The direction you see in the figure. This I cap is not in the direction of the positive x-axis, this unit vector is basically that vector which is away from the seat. In this direction, away from the seat, or in this direction, away from the seat. It is depends upon your point of interest. If you are keeping the point charge here P, so you have to take the direction of the electric field which is away from the seat. So this is the seat, so away from the seat, that means in this direction. If your point of interest is this side, so the direction of the electric field is away from the seat, that means in this direction. So in this direction the unit vector you are taking. So I hope you just understand this concept, and it is very important because this formula is also very useful in the capacitor chapter. So if you have any doubt, you should mention in the comment section. Thank you.